So to just finish what I was saying, Adam and Eve. God made Eve for Adam. And so you want God to bring you your marriage partner. And you need to do this through prayer. And God has someone designed for you. And even when things are when God brings you someone, you have to do your part and continue to pursue them. And if before you get married things don't work out, maybe they weren't the right one. Maybe that wasn't the one God brought you. And you want God to find the person and confirm it. So you really need to do that. And if you do that and you find the right person, then you're going to be happy. Not necessarily happy all the time, because relationships are really difficult. But the woman, you need to follow Jesus. God needs to be at the center of the marriage, because if you both just do whatever you want, your ways, they're not good enough. You need to have the woman be respectful at all times and not abandon the man, and the man cannot abandon the woman, and the man needs to love his wife at all times. The man needs to die for the bride. If you're not willing to die for your bride, you're not ready to be a husband. And it's not easy to die daily. It's not easy to die for Jesus. It's not easy to die for your bride. Jesus, it's easier to die for Jesus than it is for your bride, because Jesus is perfect. But to die for someone who is not Jesus, is less than perfect, is an even greater bar and responsibility. Because this person, Jesus, will always treat you right, but your spouse won't always do that. Your girlfriend won't always do that. Your boyfriend won't always do that. But the woman doesn't have to die for the boyfriend. But what the woman needs to do is make herself ready. The woman should submit to her husband, not to her boyfriend, but to her husband. And she needs to obey what he says. He gets the final say in everything. And so long as he submits to Jesus and what Jesus has boundaries and borders and rules for. Jesus says, love your neighbor as yourself. And love your wife as your own body, meaning don't abuse her. And the Bible talks about abuse. And, that's important. And so, all this is really just a way of saying that relationships are difficult. You need to trust God to pick you the right person, and then once you're in the relationship, you need to lean on God, because without his supernatural help to keep this bond together, lust is not enough, and you need to wait for marriage to do anything sexual anyway, because then that's like the most intimate thing, and it's totally like a drug. So God bless.